Hey y'all, hey, it's another episode of Bonafide Her Podcast featuring the one and only Miss Spirit Morgan.
Hey y'all.
How you doing, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
You know we blessed to be alive. You know we here, we at it. You
Right.
know,
Exactly.
another
Exactly.
day, another blessing, another
Right.
dollar. Hello.
Right.
So yeah, so let's get to it. So Miss Spirit, can you tell us your sports journey to how you got to where you are?
Yeah. So, for those of you that don't know, I am a track and field athlete. I am a high jumper. I've been doing track since I was like 7 years old. It was kind of on and off. Initially, I was a hurdler, and then I transitioned to being a high jumper. It turns out that I am very gifted as a jumper, so I stuck with it. My journey's been good. A lot of discipline, a lot of consistency, and now I am where I'm at with a score record, CAH champion indoor and outdoor, and second team All American as well. So yeah.
Hey, I know that's right. And it was,
Hmm.
I was like, oh, it's crazy because what folks don't know is we met at Athlete Con. So shout out to Sam Green.
Yes.
Athlete
Shout out
Con.
to Sam.
Shout out to Sam. So first and foremost, we definitely got to
Mhm.
talk about the NIL and Athlete Con. So for you, like when you got selected to be part of Athlete Con 2.0, what was that like for you, and what was that like for you to be part of Athlete Con?
Oh my gosh. Well, for one, like AthleteCon literally it shaped me and it allowed me to find a version of myself that I didn't even know existed. Before going into AthleteCon, I was literally not consistent at all. I didn't really take branding myself serious. I didn't take NIL serious, not to quote it, but to quote it. It was just something that I wasn't interested in at all. Like I would post content, yeah, but I wouldn't take it seriously. After AthleteCon, I literally started branding myself the proper way. I've gotten so many NIL deals after AthleteCon, and it's just so different. And understanding that my name, image, and likeness is more important than I thought it was. Right. And big shout out to Sam for AthleteCon, because if it was not for AthleteCon, baby, I would not be where I am right now, honestly.
For
Genuinely.
real, because it was crazy. Because I was like, we were the rooftop party was fire. Okay, everybody
Mm.
was dressed in the nines. I,
Yes.
you know that audio where it says, it was from the movie Nobody's Fool, where Tiffany had is like, woo, this was
Yes.
nice,
No, literally.
girl. Like that's how I felt when
No,
I walked.
literally. It was so nice. It was so nice.
Like,
So nice.
and it was crazy because it's like I always replay to the point like we didn't even know each other. We just met. And I was like, oh, okay. And then you were like, oh, I'm
Right.
going to see. And I was like, oh, that's in Greensboro. I used to live in Greensboro. So
Yes.
I was like,
No,
oh, you.
yeah.
I was like, oh, we clicked. So we just like, you know what? I just want to make content. But I was like,
Yes.
athletes are here to make content, but I just want to make content with the athletes too. So I was like, but I want to make sure all the athletes get their content. So if I had like ideas, I'd be like, so like, I remember,
Right.
I
Exactly.
remember where you and Anaya had the there was one thing I said, have y'all thought about doing this? It is like if you know you just that girl, you
You
know
have
you
no
just that
choice
girl.
but to be that girl.
And I was like, this would be perfect for both of them, and they did it. I
Yes.
was like,
Yes.
this is so
Yes. It's so
fire.
crazy. The first video I made was with you, which is crazy.
Really?
Yes, it was literally with you. I'm like, me and Ashley clicked though. Ashley was cool, y'all. So like, yeah.
But I was like, I remember, but it was so crazy because like a lot of people like I wish a lot of college athletes like took advantage of NIL, like especially with how many years goes by fast. So like
Yes.
the fact that you're like, you know what, I wasn't interested or didn't take it serious, but you're like, whoa, this is real. And then
Hmm.
like, how has AthleteCon also inspired you to create your own brand, which is what you're wearing right now?
Hmm. So my brand was already in the movement prior to me going to AthleteCon, but when I went to AthleteCon and me speaking to like all of like the representatives and like the people on stage, um it was just they were giving me so much advice. Like I asked for advice a lot, and they were just telling me like if you have a vision, you literally need to follow through with that vision. right? Because there's no God literally puts a vision in all of our heads, so that way we can achieve it and we can like chase that vision, right? And then it's just crazy to me because when I went to AthleteCon, it was just so many people that I was talking to, student athletes as well, student athletes, and they were just, I felt like it was a sign coming from God. Like it was just so many words coming at me, and it was like, you need to do this. Like it was just like the solidification, like, okay, you need to start this brand. Like this is for you, this is what you need to do. Yes, it's in your brain, yes, you're scared, but you have to go through it, you have to follow through. Like that vision is not in your head for no reason, trust me. So yeah.
For sure, girl. Won't he do it?
Yes,
Won't he do it?
absolutely.
I was saying because
Absolutely.
besides, I mean, the name is perfect for you. Spirit is like, you know what? Like
Mm-hmm.
it fits you perfectly too.
Right.
So my question for you is, when it comes to representation, especially seeing like say someone that looks like you or seeing someone that may have a similar journey like you, but like just seeing someone like just representation, seeing like black women in sports and as well as you just doing what you are doing both on and off the field, how important is representation?
Oh, great question. First off, when it comes to representation, it's like I literally have to represent myself the way I want people to view me and how they need to view me, right? Because there's a lot of younger athletes that look up to me and they look at me as a role model. Um, if I don't represent myself properly, they would think certain things that I do are okay. Right. So for example, if I was to, drink or wear, certain things that I shouldn't be wearing, like they would think that it's okay. If I wouldn't show them like, okay, discipline is cool, being consistent is cool, they would think otherwise. Right. So if I just take, me representing myself into consideration, especially in everything that I do, because I know, like, okay, these younger girls are watching me. These younger girls look up to me so much. And I need to instill in them that, listen, this is the right thing to do. You have to do this in order to get this, right? You have to be this in order to achieve this. So I feel like representing myself is just so important, and every like everything I do is so intentional. Like the way I move throughout life is so intentional. And in the back of my mind, it's always, okay, what am I displaying, right? What am I showing to the world and to younger athletes and just people who look up to me in general. So yeah, I feel like when it comes to representation, like it's so important to anybody, not just me, but everybody in this world. So yeah.
For sure, because with track and field continues to grow, especially like first of all, this just seeing you doing the high jump at the national championship level, like I've never watched a track and field event on TV
Oh, that's so sweet.
till like seeing you. I was like, I've never seen it before, like on TV watching it. And I was like, oh, Spirit is on. So let me go
Oh,
check.
that's so sweet.
I had,
Stop.
and it was crazy because I had to tune in. I was like, watch. I was like, so my then I ended up having my family watch it with me. So they're like,
Stop, girl, stop.
it was crazy because it's like I was watching it and then my family wanted to watch it. I was like, yes,
Mm-mm.
her, her.
Her.
It's like I had to make sure I was like making sure like I recorded everything. I was like, I ain't never seen a high jump before, but dang, I was like, they just floating up in the air, just like
Yes.
just. I'm like, you know what? Kudos to them because I feel like if I jump, my back would be broke. Just
Thank you. I appreciate
so
that.
I'm like kudos. But my question for you is, you know, you're at NCAA, but if you're in North Carolina, we call it A&T. Those that know,
Yeah.
we know. So but for for you to go to A&T, it's a huge HBCU school. Do you hope to see more like HBCUs get more exposure for their sports and get more, the attention that is well deserved?
Um. Ye- yeah. It's so crazy because the college that I went to prior to this, I went to a PWI,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like totally different, right? So at a PWI, yes, there is support, but there's not as many black people as there I wanted to be. right? I feel like being surrounded by my people is just so supportive. It feels like a family, right? So when it comes to HBCU, I feel like this is where I belong. And then again, a lot of people like to say like HBCUs like they don't have any money, or we don't get as much outreach as other colleges, but it really doesn't matter where you go, right? You just have to make a name for yourself wherever you go. Like it genuinely doesn't matter. You are the show. So you bring the show wherever you go. That's literally it.
For sure, because like I said, like I remember A&T was in the MEAC when I was growing up. They were in the
Yeah.
MEAC, and then it was like years later they're in the CAA, which my my old well, they're still there. My alma mater's in the CAA, which is UNCW. So it's like this is interesting. It's like
Yeah.
so. But my question for you was, what was that like to win both the indoor and outdoor events for you as the conference championship and then leading to going to nationals?
Um, it was normal. It was already like it was already in me. Like it wasn't something like to me personally. It wasn't something that was just so big. Yes, I celebrated it because it is a good accomplishment, and you do have to celebrate those small accomplishments. But to me, it's like that it was already in me. I already knew I can do that. I already did it before I did it. Right? I already did it in my mind. I already envisioned it. So it wasn't something like something so big. Um so it felt normal. I did celebrate like right there and then, but it's something that I already knew I can do, and I want more. I will get more. So yeah.
You better let them know. You're like, you know
Hmm.
what? I already know I'm gonna win. I already
Yep.
see it, and that's on period.
Yep.
So, I just want to say, I really love the hair. It's fly. It's like
Thank
you're beautiful.
you.
You're beautiful as always. Like
Thank you.
so. My question for you is, I always say that athletes are humans first, and they are
Right.
more than they're smart. They're ooh, I cannot talk. This is why my podcast is raw and real because I be having bloopers. I be having moments, but you know, athletes are more than their sport. My question for you is, as an athlete and a woman, how important is mental health?
So being an athlete and being a woman, mental health is extremely important, right? Because first of all, if you don't take care of your mind, everything else is in shambles. Nothing else will follow through, right? If you don't take care of yourself, everything else that you stand for, everything else that you do will fall out of place and fall out of line. So when it comes to mental health, you have to understand that you need to make sure that you're okay first, right? Because if you are not okay, you can't do anything else, right? You can't go on the field, you can't play on the court. Um, you can't do what it is that you're expected to do as an athlete if your mental health isn't right, right? Because if your mental health is going downhill, everything else in your life is going downhill. So first things first, you need to take care of yourself, your body, right? Your body, you need to treat your body as a temple, which it is. Um, like the right foods, doing spiritual things, journaling, meditating, praying, talking to God, right? Because you need to make sure you're at peace with yourself first, and then everything else around you will follow and will flow. So mental health is extremely important. So take care of your mental health. It's highly important.
Ooh, amen to that. Because
Yes.
I mean, I'm telling y'all,
Yes.
what she said, everything she says, cosign. But what she
100%.
said,
Yep. Go sign.
cosign. But what she said, everything is facts.
Right.
So this leads to my question: is if you had to describe your journey in a word or a phrase so far, what would it be?
That is a good question, Ashley. Okay, if I had to describe my journey in one word, what would it be? Hmm, that is a good question. I would say, hmm, legendary. I would say legendary. 100%. Yeah, that's my word. Legendary.
Why legendary?
I'm building a legacy. I'm a legend, and it's all coming to flow right now. It's just everything is the process, and the process is now. Like it's just gonna. It's there is no such thing as the end, but it's just it's legendary. I'm building a legacy. I'm building a legend.
Ooh, and that's all. Period, right there. Let them know what it is.
You know, legendary.
See, I like how you do it. I feel like I'm doing this. You're just like this comes easy. I was like I just do it. I but so I always ask my guests this question, which Bonafide means authentic and unique. So what makes Miss Spirit Morgan Bonafide, and what makes your story stands out?
What makes my story stand out is the fact that I can always persevere and be resilient. I feel like I remember I was watching this video once of Layla Hormozy, and she was just basically breaking down what resilience actually is, right? And I feel like I'm so resilient when it comes to my life. What makes me so authentic is the fact that I can easily bounce back from anything that life throws my way. And throughout that process, I can always stay as authentic as I am. So, yeah.
Ooh, you better let them know what it is.
Ooh,
And that was legendary right there. So,
exactly.
see,
Hello.
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 So, Miss Spirit, can you let the folks know how, where they can find you, support you, if there's any upcoming events happening?
Yes. So you can find me on Instagram at Slim Doll with two underscores. That's SLIMDOLL. You can find me on TikTok. I do have a motivational page on TikTok. It is Spirits World. So it's SPIRITSWRLD 4031. That's my TikTok. And then my business page is the number 4ORTI.S Fortis. So make sure y'all go follow me and y'all tag along. Our season does not start until next year. So yeah.
Y'all heard it from the queen here first. Be sure to follow her in all her socials. Be sure to support her brand, like she said. Be sure to support
Yes.
coming. Let them know, hey, you gotta show it, show it, show it.
You know, Fortis on the body. Make sure y'all tap in because it's dropping really soon. So yeah.
Tap in, y'all, and be sure to when you tap in, y'all go get the first look.
All right, exactly. We're gonna sell out fast, so let's go.
Period. Thank you guys for tuning in to Bonafide Her Podcast, episode 164, featuring Miss Spirit Morgan. You can tune in to the live replay of this episode after this. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Bye,
Peace.
y'all.